It's been like how many years, and listener now like 12 years old was actually coming to be like V. And J and N's nightmare did come true. He was more death than anything, can end up killing people within seconds and end up killing worker drones than they can even catch. And V couldn't be more happier for her little soldier. And J and N just applaud while making sure to have their guns out. In fact, they end up having to sleep with their optics open or had to take shifts in order to make sure that listener does not even think about killing them. Because they found out that he can actually do crazier things. Because after furthermore finding out what kind of work disassembly drone he is, he did have the same factor like them, healing and regeneration. But here's the thing. He was the only one that can actually withstand more hits, more bullets, more missiles than anything. And it was all from accidents that Jay forgot to, well, put her gun in safety, and she shot a listener. Not a single scratch nor bullet hole. And then N accidentally got spooked and launched a missile at him. Not even a single scratch. Which actually led to today. Listener was actually relaxing as he was sleeping on top of his own prey pile. He killed way more and then he ended up making a nest out of them. This kind of scared J and N, but V, she couldn't be more prouder. And speaking of V, listener, mom's home, mommy! Listener excitedly cheered as he got off the pile and tackled V, but V ended up twirling her son. Have you been? Oh, it looks like your pile got even bigger. Sooner or later, you're gonna end up having a spiral of your own, just like ours. And end up killing. Kill! 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 That's my soldier! This sight made both Jay and kind of touched and scared because now they have to deal with two Vs. Oh my god. And tell me that you managed to end up finding armor to help. As I can only find bullet vests and a couple of hard titanium scrap pieces. That's good enough. As they end up doing their thing, N and V had to go out, having to kill more worker drones. Meanwhile, Jay had to end up staying. Jay, can you end up looking after listener? What the fuck? Why me? Why not N? Because N did it last time, but he ended up making listener mad when he ended up stepping on his tail. In retrospect, I was not expecting his tail to end up being so invisible that I literally didn't know I stepped on it. Yeah, and also look when that happened. She pointed at the rip soda marks that listener left after when he basically attacked. And please don't make me do this, please. And stay with me if anything. No, and stays with me, and I have to end up helping with a couple worker drones that we need to kill. You just stay. You're his aunt. He likes you. He likes you the most. He just, I don't know. He has a mutual relationship with me. Jay said, kind of scared now because she did not want to end up being like what happened to, and Jay just do it, please. And said, and Jay just sighed in defeat. Fine, but if I tell you something, you guys better hold me a good funeral. Don't it? We'll be back, my little soldier. Mommy, how come I cannot go with you? Mommy has to end up going and killing off other worker drones in dangerous places. You may stand with a lot, but this is way more extreme. Okay. Hey, don't be sad. How about this? I'll bring you a live worker drone, and you end up showing me a few tricks you and said that you practice. Yay! He said as he went into the spiral, and that left Jay alone. She looked at N, who mouthed, "Don't worry, I'll end up making sure you are not eaten." And she said, "Please don't leave." And they left, leaving Jay alone. Jay and listener pretty much had a somewhat good time. She ended up teaching listener a few things and too about rules and stuff. And he was actually quite excelling real fast. Along the way, a few mathematic problems and everything aced it along with the protocol and rules of JC Jensen. I'm just. This is the part where I'm gonna mix it up. Instead of Uzi killing N or J, Lister meets her like half or not in the spiral as J went somewhere else. It was then, after a while, after class section, Listener was taking a nap. But then a certain purple haired drone went into the lion's den, where she will literally meet something far worse than a lion. Or possibly someone of a friend she needed. Uzi went inside as she carefully examined or looked around, trying to see where she could find the parts and be on the watch of the work of those murder drones. Every time I'm walking, I feel like something is watching me. She whispered to herself, and she was not lying. Someone was watching her. Our protagonist himself. And when Uzi managed to find the part, she was tackled down. What the? Oh my god. The Silver Beast! Lister actually made his name called the Silver Beast because, let's just say, he literally lives up to that name. A silver beast of death that you will last seen, and others who survived, well, Uzi pretty much almost peed herself when they end up explaining how they managed to survive something that would make anyone be terrified for the rest of their lives. Lister looked at Uzi with curiosity instead of his usual murder face. She watched as Lister went down closer to her face and sniffed it. Please don't kill me, she said as she tried to reach for anything like her railgun and everything. What she was not expecting was the Silver Death, aka Listener, to rub against her and purred. Okay, this is new. This is happening. She said, kind of shocked and both scared. She then tried to reach for the railgun that it wasn't far, but stopped when Listener pretty much growled at her, seeing what she was planning to do. She abandoned that and then just went and did something crazy as to pet Listener on the head. Okay, I'm actually petting Silver Death. This is not what I'm expecting. Listener only replied with purrs and stuff like that. Sorry if it was right. Hey, listen, big guy. She said as she looked at Listener, who, let's just say, due to the gross word, he was kind of much bigger than anything. Listener looked at Uzi with his head tilted, and well, Uzi ended up getting a close look at Listener. Kind of amazed that someone that can kill people within seconds and thousands, he was kind of adorable. So, I'm sorry if I invaded your home and everything, but I needed to get these railgun parts and what? Wait, where are you? Next thing knew, Uzi was picked up by him. He picked up the railgun and a few other parts, then made a mad dash towards her bunker. No, where are you take Mommy! She screamed as Listener took her somewhere, and that somewhere is none other than the bunker. Meanwhile, Jane came back with a few oils for her and Listener. Hey, Listener, I'm back, and I got oil for us. She called on for him, but no replied. Listener? Listener, he can't be that of a heavy sleeper. She said as she went to check in the ship, and then where Listener's pile was. She was shocked and horrified that she couldn't find him. The next thing you knew, when she looked down, she saw like footprints. Ones that belongs to Listener and a new one that wasn't his. Then at the sight saw struggling and everything. She then realized something. Listener, I think, must have got captured when she was gone, and now he was gone. Oh shit. Listener, sweetie, I'm back! Before then, V came back. And Jay just looked like she was about to pee herself. Well, poop my pants, was all she said.